Oop, there we are. Hey guys, it glitched there for a second. Okay, I am in Oklahoma. It is 11 something, and I am in an old house, my husband's parents' house, so my in-laws. This house was built in I don't know, I think the 40s or something, and sit down. And it's kind of tiny. It's just a two-bedroom, 1.5 bath. So it's very cozy. And no, I need you to lay down. I have my 2-year-old here on the side of the bed. He's supposed to be sleeping. Um, and so yeah, it's just cozy. My husband and his mom are outside the door and they're talking Plexus. So I think it's pretty cute. And I am sipping on some green tea. It's actually really yummy. My mother-in-law introduced it to me. It's Signature Tea Company, and it's green, and I don't know, it's just really yummy, and I just put a little bit of honey in it. So just chilling tonight, but I wanted to just be available for you guys. I'm going to be doing this weekly. It's going to be either Mondays or Tuesday nights. Just be available for you guys to be able to hop on and ask questions, or we can do just a power hour together or power 30. And just so that you know I'm here. I'm here weekly so that you can get on and ask questions. Hold on just a second. I need you to get in bed. Go on. Get in bed. Be a good boy. So here's real life mom working network marketing. So let's go over real quick just a couple of things that I wanted to touch on. The new training. Guys, I'm so excited about this. Both framework and groundwork are up and running right now. A lot of you are plugged into both of those. Don't push that. Lay down, please. And I'm excited for you guys to plug your people into it. So let's talk about framework. Framework is designed for your customers, but not just your preferred customers or your retail customers that might be interested in learning more. This is for your ambassadors who order monthly as customers, okay? They don't have any interest in the business. They're simply purchasing wholesale for the discount. They want the best discount. So plug them into, don't think that framework is just for customers, preferred customers or retail customers. Plug your ambassadors in that are ordering as customers, okay? Tons of information in there. If you are in there and you see us posting, by us I mean Jen and Clara and Lindsay or Lorene or any admin that are on Team Hope, if you see us posting and asking questions, get in there and answer some of those questions and show some interest and get some momentum going. When other people see other people posting, it creates momentum and it creates curiosity. So if you want your people to stay plugged in, you've got to stay plugged in. And guys, it takes 30 seconds for you to respond to a question or what you learned or what you saw or whatever. So help build that momentum so that your people can see the involvement, be curious about what we're talking about, and get plugged in. So we just want to encourage you there. If you see somebody post and they ask a question just to get to know, or whether you got into some of the training and you learned something, share that. And even if we didn't ask a question and you learned something in framework, please share it. We want to hear it. We want to know. And guys, seriously, 30 seconds out of your day to get in there and to comment on either framework or groundwork or both if you're in there. So really, really encourage you, go through the training and framework, go through the information, and, make time for this. I really want to encourage you to make time for both framework and groundwork. And if you need to do one at a time, if you need to do one this month and one next month, that's totally fine. But make time to go through them, because the information is very, very valuable. I keep learning stuff. I'm learning so much from you guys and the observations that y'all make. So I love this. I love this interaction. Also, in groundwork has some homework to it. It's kind of a step up. Framework is more like, hey, here's some information for you, and we might ask questions every now and then. There are prizes in framework. Everyone who participates will receive a prize, and then there's a grand prize at the end. So get involved in that, and more information will be coming out this week, since this is the very first week that we started. It's just the second day, so more information will be coming out about that. But groundwork, there's no real prize in groundwork. There's no prizes in groundwork. The real prize is getting your business up and running. That in and of itself is a prize to me. So yeah, I know groundwork has some homework to it, but make time for this. Take 15 minutes out of your day, set a timer, and make time to go through groundwork. You've got all the information you need in week 1. You can either do it in one chunk, or you can go, take a little bit all throughout the day and just kind of work your way through it. And week 1 is not difficult. So I really encourage you to get in there and get plugged into this training. We've put a lot of time and effort into this. All of the admin in Team Hope have, because we want to see you guys succeed. We want to be able to hand you a map or a system that works, that's easy to duplicate. Some things that we wish we had. And honestly, the training that's in groundwork, I feel like was just God-given, and it was what I needed to hear and what I needed to go through, and I'm still going through it, and I'm still working on it. So really want to encourage you guys to get plugged into that. Let me just double check my notes here. Groundwork is for ambassadors who want to work the business, but also those who are even if they're just curious, if they're curious about what network marketing businesses look like, if you've shared with them how Plexus is different and they really want to see that, get plugged in to groundwork, or ask them if you can plug them in. But one of my biggest encouragements is do this with them. Go through groundwork with them. Be involved with them and show them that support and that momentum. Okay. So that's kind of the training. If you guys have any questions, please reach out to me and ask those questions. If you are on your phone and you're checking out both of those Facebook pages, you are going to want to read the pinned post. Read the pinned post. So you have to, on your phone, you have to click on the pinned post. On a computer, it just pops up. So click on the pinned post on your phones and read both of those, because it kind of gives an overview and clears things up. If I think it answers a lot of questions. I think both of the pinned posts on framework and groundwork answer questions. Okay. All right. So tonight I am working on just setting up my IPAs for the month, and I get discouraged, guys. I get discouraged easily. And when I get discouraged, I fall back to procrastination and or just wasting time. So I listened today to a couple of different Eric Worre training, and that's one thing I fall back on when I know I'm slipping into being discouraged. I surround myself with things that I know I need to hear. So I listened to Eric Worre, and his 2 videos that I listened to were spot on, and they were exactly what I needed to hear. And I just kind of wanted to sum those up for you. If you want to hear them, just let me know, and I'll link them in the comments on the Team Joy Workers chat. I'll put them in the chat. So just let me know if you want to hear those. But the first one I watched was about procrastination, and I'm a master at that. So I knew I needed to hear it once I saw the title, so I went ahead and listened. It was all of 4 minutes, but it was very, very good. And he said that one thing that changed procrastination for him was only putting one thing on his to-do list. And I'm a list person, and he said he was a list person, and I've got lists everywhere, and it gets overwhelming to have all these lists. But he said to help you bust out of the procrastination, when you realize you're procrastinating, I'm sorry, baby. Hold on, put your hand down. When you realize you're procrastinating, to put one big thing, just one. Let yourself just do one big thing and try to get one thing done that day. And so I thought about that, and I was like, can I just put one thing on a to-do list for the day? And he says, you know, give it a try. Do one thing and only one, make it big, but that usually helps, that pushes him out of his procrastination, and he's gotten one thing done. And then you do one more thing the next day. And before you know it, you're working through your long list of to-do lists. He's like, you don't get rid of your long list. You know, you've got to, like he said, you know, I've got to remember what I need to get done. And that's like, I brain dump into lists. So I have to remember what I'm going to get done. But daily, when you're having that struggle of procrastination, okay, what's the one thing I really need to get done? It's kind of like triage, guys. You know, okay, there's like 10 different patients in the room. You know, one of them's not breathing. One of them has a broken leg. You know, one of them bonked his head. Like, which one are you going to take care of first? The one that's not breathing. So think about what's the big thing I need to do, and start triaging your to-do list and just pick one. And there might be a couple that are kind of the same level of importance. So, you know, for the next 3 or 4 days, work through those things. So I'm preaching to the choir here, which is a good thing that I'm seeing myself while I'm talking right now, because that's what I need to hear. So I'm implementing that. The other thing he went through was just four positive things to get you working again. 4 positive things to change your life is what it was. And this was huge for me. The biggest thing, or the 4 things, were awareness. Be aware of your triggers. What triggers you to procrastinate? What triggers you to get discouraged? He said, just be aware and kind of dig a little deeper and figure out what triggers you. So be aware of your surroundings and where you're putting yourself. And understand the causes. Let me look. The causes and the issues that creep up and can cause your triggers. Okay. So one thing for me is, when I get a big no, if I've stuck my neck out and I've talked to somebody and I get a no, or I just get 0 response, and I've gotten a lot of 0 responses, like all in one day or something, that's a trigger for me. And I start letting the, I'm a failure, or I'm just not doing this right, or I just can't, I can't come up with the wording, or whatever it is. And that starts really creeping in on me, and that can be a trigger. So understanding what causes it, and so being aware that there are triggers, understanding what causes those triggers. So those are the first 2. And then disassociation. So another trigger so when he says disassociation, he doesn't mean just disassociating from people. He's like, you need to disassociate from things that cause you, that don't support you, that don't support your business, that don't support the mindset that you want. So it's not just people. It can be the TV. It can be people, of course. It can be just mainly maybe mindless habits, like, playing a game on your phone, or just, things that just aren't getting you where you want to be. You need to disassociate with those things. Sweetheart, can you stop? Thank you. Disassociate with those things. And sometimes that means, cutting people or things out of your life for a little while, so that you can regroup. And one thing that I will tend to do if I am discouraged and I've let that issue creep up, then I will just want to binge watch my favorite network, Netflix, or and I'll waste time. I will just waste time on mindless stuff. So kind of knowing what are some things that you need to disassociate from, and that helps with creating new habits. The other thing was recondition. So recondition your mind and recondition your atmosphere. And he said one way to do that is immersion. And when he says immersion, you have got to immerse yourself with the mindset that you want. You know, a mindset shift, there can be like an awareness that there is a need for a mindset shift, and there can be an awareness of that you're heading towards a mindset shift, but actually having that shift and actually creating new habits takes work. And one of the ways you can do that is immerse yourself into the mindset that you want. So listen to network marketing speakers that have made it. So Eric Worre, listen to any of our Diamond documentaries in Plexus. Listen to these people that have made it and surround yourself with that. So Thomas and I have decided that we're going to do a 30-day immersion, and instead of letting ourselves watch anything in the evening, usually we only watch stuff on Friday nights, but sometimes in the evenings we'll get the kids in bed and it'll be nice and quiet in the house, and we will just sit and scroll Facebook and not be doing anything that we should be doing. So we decided to do a 30-day immersion when we get back, because we're on a trip right now. We're in Oklahoma, and but once we get back to Alaska, we're going to do a 30-day immersion for April. And every evening we're going to watch a Diamond documentary and watch network marketing training, and maybe just for 1 hour. But we're going to immerse ourselves and surround ourselves with the type of people that have made it, that have reached their goals, and we're going to rewire our brain. Another thing that I really want to do is I want to start getting up early. And I want to start getting up before the kids do and start my day off well. So this was just so encouraging to me, because I feel like I have been one of those people that can't change my habits. And a lot of my habits, like, I feel like they still haunt me from high school. So I'm like, but this was kind of that realization that, okay, this is going to take work, but it's doable. It's doable, guys. Change, you can change. You really can change. So I was really encouraged by that. I was really encouraged by Eric Worre. So I just wanted to kind of share what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be working on one major thing on my to-do list, because my to-do list is 1,000,000 miles long. we're going to do the immersion in April, and we're going to immerse ourselves around Diamond documentaries, network marketing training, and books on network marketing, and immerse ourselves into the mindset that we want. What do you want? What do you want? Immerse yourself in that mindset. So that's what we're going to be doing. I am going to be working on my IPAs and just kind of figuring out what I'm going to use this, and I'm going to kind of type or write out what I want to be accomplishing every single day, and I'm going to be making time for it. You've got to make time for what you guys want, and I really encourage you, make time for groundwork, make time for framework, plug your people into it. I'm still doing this, guys. I'm still plugging my people in too. It's not too late. These will be running every single month. April will probably be better than March, and May will probably be better than April, because we are going to be continually going through and making the training better and better. So that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Get people plugged into that training. Also, go back and watch that video on Go Super Silver, the promotion. They sent out a video on March 1st. It's like 15 minutes long. Please go watch that. So many of you are so close to Super Silver, and you guys could just get that extra $75 and another $75 next month. And it's a boost to your team too, and a boost to getting you that much closer to gold. So check it out. Check out that video. It's a really awesome promotion this month. So I hope you guys get it checked out. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thank you for hanging out with Trevor. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. Can you say bye-bye?
Bye.
Stinker.